YouTube, what's going on, baby? It's your boy Ron Real, aka Double R, back in the building, back with another video, back with another damn banger. Today we're gonna be starting the final four of the Summer Showdown. We're gonna be looking at the HVC Cerro and Natural going up against the Punch Knuckle Buster. I know this is gonna be a dog fight too. Two very good cigars. I know y'all are ready, so y'all know what? Nothing else needs to be said. Let's get to it. Y'all hang tight and stay tuned. Alright, what is going on? Welcome to the final four of Summer Showdown. Today we're going to be looking at the matchup with the HVC Cerro going up against the Punch Knuckle Buster. Looking forward to this. Both very good cigars. One has a little bit higher price tag than the other, but both of these cigars are well under $10. So I think these both make great options. Today we're going to start out with the HVC Cerro. That's the one we'll be smoking first. This is in a Toro size, which is a 6-inch long body, 54 ring gauge. This comes in with that nice paper bag look to it. Tight invisible seams. Not really much tooth to it. There are some veins present, but nothing that looks terrible at all. Nice triple cap on this too. Classic Cuban style triple cap. Kind of getting that hay and barnyard kind of smell to it. Paper bag smell too. Not too much going on. So without further ado, let's go ahead, cut it up, see what we got to offer. This is a Nicaraguan Puro. It has the famed Aganorsa Corojo wrapper and Nicaraguan binder and filler. Pretty good draw on it. Getting that flavor I get a lot of time off of Nicaraguans. Like that fudgy chocolate. Getting a little pepper on it too. Really, really nice cold draw. I wish sometimes the cold draws would transpire into what you're getting on the palate. Sometimes you can get some similar notes, but most of the time the cold draw usually doesn't taste anything like the actual cigar. So this cigar comes in right around a $9 price point per cigar, which I think is very fair. Rainier Lorenzo does a really good job with his cigars, and the quality that you're getting, the price point that he displays out to. His cigars, along with a couple other brands I could think of off the top of my head, they could easily sell for $1 or $2 more, maybe even $3 more than what he sells them for. This at $9 is a very good value for me. Getting a nice pepper on there. Nice black pepper, nice wood note. A little bit of natural tobacco sweetness. It's not very intense, but it's very faint. Brown sugar's in there too. Yeah, and I'm guessing that's what I'm picking up, that natural tobacco sweetness, like that brown sugar. Definitely getting some good black pepper, a nice wood note on it too. So we'll let this thing get heated up. We'll come back once we get towards the end of the first third. I'll come back, give you body, flavor, strength, all that good stuff. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. All right, so we're working our way through this first third of this HVC Cerro. Still a lot of very good flavors. I know I say it a lot about HVC, but these finishes are very clean, well tasting. These are really good. Right now, the black pepper spice has kind of died down. It's more so along you're still getting a nice natural tobacco sweetness, but there's a nice prominent cinnamon in there now. You're still getting some wood notes along with the black pepper. Just a really nice cigar. Draw on this thing has been phenomenal. Burn line's not razor sharp, but nothing I don't think I'm gonna have to correct or pay any attention to. So again, it's just letting me completely enjoy the experience of smoking the cigar. So I always have to give props for that, but we'll take a draw and see what we're getting on this one. Aroma is very nice. Yeah, still just that natural tobacco sweetness, that cinnamon, and it's a very nice woody quality, and the black pepper is pretty much predominantly what's running. Right now, I'm gonna say textbook medium all the way across the board. Body, flavor, strength, everything is right at a textbook medium. I'm expecting the body to jump up a little bit as well as the strength as well. Nothing that's gonna be a nicotine bomb or anything like that, but I'm expecting a little bit of a gradual increase on everything across the board. I'm fully expecting this to end up around that low side of medium to full. So we'll go ahead and keep on smoking. I'll come back if there's anything that's changing or anything like that. I'll come back and update you guys. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. All right, so we're coming back at you in the second third. Much of the same as far as flavor notes, except now there has been an introduction of a nice nuttiness quality to it. Almost that toasted almond is kind of coming in there, which is really nice with the natural tobacco sweetness. Still getting some cinnamon, not as intense. Still getting some wood and black pepper, but everything is kind of dialed back some and just became a lot more balanced. Still would say right now, well, I'd say the body's kind of slowly creep up to the low side of medium to full. Flavors are around the same, and the strength for me is a textbook medium, maybe a notch or two above, but again, nothing that's gonna make you sweat or dizzy or anything like that. Very enjoyable so far. That's really pretty much it. Draw has still been going fine. Burn line, of course, still is not razor sharp, but again, like I said earlier, nothing that I'm gonna have to worry about. Been able to completely enjoy this cigar, so I'm gonna keep on smoking, get through this second third, come up in this last third, give you guys some points, so we'll come back. So you hang tight, stay tuned. We're gonna get at it. All right, so we're coming down towards the end of this HVC Cerro. Very consistent on flavor profile. Cinnamon's kind of bumped up a little bit in this last third, bumped back up. Still getting some nice wood, nice little pepper that's in the background, but the wood and the cinnamon, still a nice natural tobacco sweetness on this. Kind of, not gingerbread, but kind of graham cracker-esque in the finish. It just tastes like a cinnamon graham cracker, which is very nice. Body's medium to full, flavors medium to full on that. Both of them are on the low side. Strength is probably on the very, very lowest side of medium to full you can be. So I'll go ahead and score it. Very good performance by this. Draw and burn have been great. No problems on it. So for flavor, I gave it a 17 out of 20. Good, nice, full flavors, or not the fullest, but nice, very pronounced full flavors. Draw was a 20 out of 20. I gave the burn a 20 out of 20. Complexity is 16 out of 20. Though there were some nice flavors, there weren't many transitions, but the flavors were still nice and good. Still some things kind of exchanging dominance a little bit. So that's why it scored a 16 out of 20. And I gave the strength a 16 out of 20, which is gonna give this cigar an overall score of an 89 out of 100. Excellent, excellent cigar. As I've said it before, $8.50, $9 cigar. This is a daily smoker for me all day long. A very good representation of a Nicaraguan Puro. So with that being said, we'll hop over here on this Punch Knuckle Buster, smoke it, and see if it can't take down this cigar. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, now that we took a look at the HVC Cerro, very good dominant performance by HVC. Cerro is a classic cigar. I highly recommend that for everybody. Right now, we're gonna jump back into this Punch Knuckle Buster. As you guys know, huge fan of this cigar, great price point. The size again that we're smoking is the Toro, which is a 6x50. It has a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan Habano binder, and it has fillers from Nicaragua and not Dominican Republic, fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. Without further ado, we'll cut it up, light it, and see if it can't take down this HVC Cerro. Now, this one has a very nice sheen to it. Kind of like some spices, cooking spices are coming off of it. Tight and visible seams. It does have some tooth present, not crazy toothy, but it does have some present. There are some veins, but nothing looks bad. And again, we have the ever so sloppy double cap like the first one. I think these caps weren't put on that. I mean, it's not that they're loose or anything. They just aesthetically, they're not very pleasing to look at. But again, it's really not how the cigar looks, it's how it performs. So we will go ahead and cut it up and see what we got. As I've mentioned before, this retails for $5.50, so great price point on this one. Getting a nice pepper tingle on the tongue, mouth coating, nice pepper. Still getting that, I get it in a lot of these Nicaraguans, I get that kind of fudgy chocolate taste. Or it kind of reminds me of a brownie a little bit. All right, we'll light it up and see what we got. Looks like that'll take care of the job. Get a nice white black pepper mix spice on the beginning. Good wood note, some earth is jumping out immediately. That nice Habano spice. Retrohale's not super intense where it's making you tear, but it's giving you a nice feel in that sinus cavity, where it's definitely letting you know it's present. I would say the pepper is probably a good 7. The earth and the pepper mix is pretty much what's dominant. Not bad, not a bad start. So we'll let this thing get heated up, come back, give you body, flavor, strength, all that good stuff. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. We'll be right back at it. All right, so working our way through this first third. Body, flavor, and strength for me are around a textbook medium. No real nicotine hits or anything like that. Flavor notes are pretty consistent, still getting a nice earth, black pepper, natural tobacco sweetness. And it's just crazy. Some days your palate will be more awake than others. So I'm able to pick in on the natural tobacco sweetness, which is kind of morphing into a nice brown sugar, which is really nice. I'd say the finish on this thing is around a medium. And I know I keep harping on it, but the price point on this thing is very approachable and very fair too. I feel like at under $6, this is a very good cigar. Something I would smoke every day with no problem. The draw has been good. Burn line's not razor sharp or anything, but nothing I'm gonna have to pay attention to at all, which has been great because it's just allowing me to enjoy the cigar in its entirety. So no real complaints at all. Still enjoying this thing. Very consistent from cigar to cigar, which is also a very good thing. So we'll keep on smoking through this second third. I'll come back if I need to update you on anything, flavor shifts, any strength bumps or anything like this. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so we're working our way through this second third. Very consistent. It actually is reminding me a lot of when I smoked it in the first round. Great flavors on it. It happened again though. There was this really nice buttery popcorn note, but it only lasted for maybe 5 or 6 draws and then it just went away. Predominant earth, spice, still getting a little bit of that nice natural tobacco sweetness, but it's kind of calming down a lot more than what it was in the first third, in the early parts of the second third. But I really wish that buttered popcorn note would stay. It really blended well with the pepper and the earth. It was a really nice flavor, but just went away already. Still for me, medium across the board on body, flavor, and strength. Still very enjoyable. Burn is tightened up a little bit. It's not perfect, but again, I haven't had to do any relights or any touch-ups or anything like that. Draw has still been performing great. So we're gonna go ahead, end through this second third, get into this last third, come back with some points for you guys. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so we're making our way through this last third of this Punch Knuckle Buster. Very consistent, actually reminds me a lot of when I smoked it the first time, which is not a bad thing. A great consistent cigar. Still medium across the board and still feel like the flavors are about the same. You're still picking up a lot of black pepper and just spice and earth on this back third. So we'll go ahead and score it. For flavor, I gave it a 16 out of 20. The draw, I gave a 20 out of 20. The burn, a 20 out of 20. Complexity is 16 out of 20, and the strength is 16 out of 20, which is gonna give this cigar an overall score of an 88 out of 100. Very comfortable with it. Very consistent with the first cigar I smoked. Not enough to get past the HVC Cerro today. I just feel like the Cerro had a little bit more to offer flavor-wise, which is ultimately gonna be the reason that cigar moves on and this one is going home. But again, great price point on this. I highly recommend it, especially if you can find a box for around $100 or under. I would recommend buying a box of these, especially if you're looking for an option that's not as expensive, but you're not wanting to sacrifice on quality and just an overall good cigar. This is a daily smoking cigar for me. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the first matchup of the Final Four. And hey, we're gonna catch y'all on this next one. Y'all don't forget, the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. And don't forget for sure to be driven, never motivated. And we'll catch y'all on this next matchup.